Good afternoon, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. I'm Dhamma Bum, and today I will be your guide for this guided meditation. And got a little bit of housekeeping to deal with first. We suggest that you take a look at, today is October 24th, and it's Friday. And our Friday meditation is an itch we can't scratch. And what we're looking at is desires versus acceptance. We'd like to suggest a couple of things. On Fridays, we look at making amends and repairing relationships and restoring our practice, which may have fallen off during the week. And we've got a couple of suggestions. For one thing, there are description boxes attached to this and the previous meditations that we have done. Please take a look at them. They've got some information about meditation and about Buddhism, and it might be useful for you, and we suggest that. Also, remember that the closed captions will take about a day to get up. And so if you want to go back and look at what was said during any meditation session, it's best to wait until tomorrow, and then it'll get there. It's just going to take a little while. And the last thing that we want to talk about is the reason that we do guided meditation is that we hope that participants will become independent meditators, that you will pick up enough interest, enough information, enough practice with the steps involved in meditation to be able to practice this on your own. And the reason for that is not to get rid of people who come to this, but the practice of meditation is greatly enhanced with daily work. If you meditate, even it doesn't have to be 25 minutes. It could be a much shorter period of time. And if you meditate regularly on a daily basis, you will find that your practice becomes better and better over time. So that's what we're with. And so with that, on my mark. Find yourself in a quiet spot, spine straight, shoulders back. Lower your chin towards your chest. Rest your hands in your lap or on your thighs or on your knees. Gently close your eyes and mouth. And imagine a ball of white light, an inch or so, 3 centimeters below your nostrils. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and breathe out the same way. Just take smooth, natural breaths for you. Don't worry about how fast it is or slow, how deep or shallow the breaths are. Just normal, natural breaths for you as you breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just as a reminder, our meditation is divided into 2 parts, roughly equal. Samatha, or serenity, is the first phase. Some people think these are two different things, but they are not. It's one phase. And the second half is Panna, or wisdom. Some people say Vipassana, or insight. As you breathe in through your nose, watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. On Friday, we start with the Dhammapada, verses 3 through 6. 3. He was angry with me. He attacked me. He robbed me. Those who dwell on such thoughts will never be free from hatred. 4. He was angry with me. He attacked me. He robbed me. Those who do not dwell on such thoughts will surely become free from anger. For hatred can never put an end to hatred. Love alone can. This is an unalterable law. Verse 6. Many do not realize we here must die. For those who do realize it, quarrels end. So our thoughts, those things that we dwell upon, shape our preoccupations, our moods, our delusions, and we meditate to help us calm our mind and tame our heart. Our thoughts lead to words, and our words lead to our actions. And today we're going to look at our actions. We're going to take a look at charity, giving others the benefit of the doubt. We're going to mention not collecting grievances, and there will be more of this later. Again, this is desires versus acceptance. We meditate to let things go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life on life's terms, we get complete serenity. Need to say something about the human condition. Human experience, human life consists of 5 factors. We call them khandhas, the 5 khandhas. They are the body, our feelings, our memories and perceptions, our thoughts, and our consciousness. And these 5 khandhas, we are told, are like a ball of molten lead, too hot to touch anywhere. We cannot touch them on the top. We cannot touch them on the sides or on the bottom. There's no place we can touch them without burning ourselves very badly. We need to look at them, see them for what they are, and then let them go. So join me in a thought experiment. In your mind's eye, please raise above yourself and look down on your head. Look at your skull. And on the right side, you will see your mind. And it's flashing through different colors as the mood changes. Angry, sad, aroused, bored, changes. That's on the right. On the left, look at your thoughts. Your thoughts are like self-licking ice cream cones. They're just very busy giving themselves something to do, sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong, sucking up to the ever-changing moods of your mind, busy, busy, accomplishing nothing. Look at them, see them for what they are, and let them go. As meditators, we have 3 duties. First is mindfulness. In this group, we pay attention to the ball of light as it goes in through our nose, down by our heart to our stomach, and back out the same way. We also listen to the Dhamma talk. Don't have to cling to it, we just listen to it, let it roll over us. Second duty of a meditator is collectedness or concentration, focus. And again, if outside thoughts intrude, gently brush them aside, thinking to yourself, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath. And our last duty is contentment. And time is important here. When we say contentment, we mean content now. Not in the morning, not on Thursday, not next week, but now. If we are content now, we are content. If we are not content, we're not content. And the whole point of meditation is for us to be mindful and concentrate, brush aside those other things, and be here, be present now. In a word, mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment are sufficiency. If you can be calm and in the flow for a few seconds, then you can be calm and in the flow for a few minutes. And if you can do that for a few minutes, you stitch together these little mindful moments, and shazam, you look up from whatever your tasks are today and you go, wow, I haven't had a mean, distracted, gear grinding thought for 2 hours. How did that happen? And you let it go. Now, last Monday, we looked at WAIT. Why am I talking? And today we're going to get into that a little more deeply. As we consider the past, we're now in the second part of our meditation. You can allow these thoughts to arise, but only if you look at them with cool eyes, a kind of academic detachment, as if you are looking at them from afar. And here are some questions to ask yourself about last week's events. Question 1. When I look at my dysfunctional interactions with people, they weren't all dysfunctional, but when I'm looking at the ones that were, am I minimizing my part and exaggerating their part? Am I blame shifting? Maybe. Second, am I setting myself up as a victim? I had expectations. Those expectations were not met. And so when they're not met, woe is me. Is that what I did? Third, was I expecting someone to be something different than what they are or who they are? And fourth, was I expecting perfection in this life? These expectations are resentments under construction. We look at them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. Now, there are a few things that we need to look at also, and that is the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The Four Noble Truths are, number one, there is suffering. No argument. There is suffering. Second, suffering is caused by attachment. The third noble truth, suffering ceases with non-attachment. And the fourth noble truth, the way to non-attachment is the Eightfold Path. Now you have heard these, but let's just review them. The Eightfold Path in Pali, which is the language of the sutras, is called Magga. And there are 3 subsidiary streams within the Eightfold Path. And today we'll start with wisdom, which is Panna. Wisdom is right view. This is the world we live in. We live in a world of consequences. Everything we do has a consequence. Every effect has some cause. If we have right view, it leads us to right intention. You will hear us or have heard us say, we're as happy as we want to be. This is intention. What do you want to be? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Very seldom can we be both. In other words, you either surf or you fight. Your choice. But if you fight, be clear whose decision it was to fight. The universe didn't do that. So that's the wisdom stream, Panna. And if we have right view and right intentions, it leads us to the ethical conduct stream, which is Sila. And this is right speech, say what you mean what you say, and don't say it mean. Don't stir the pot. Anybody that stirs the shite has to lick the spoon. Right action, do the next right thing. Oh, I don't know what it is. Yeah, you do. If you looked over your shoulder before you did it, and then you did it anyway, it was wrong, you knew it was wrong, and you went ahead with it. And the last part of that is right livelihood, which is we don't make a living by abusing the divine spark within others. If we are living ethically, if we don't have to be perfect, just we're doing our best. Only if we are doing our best, then we can sit in meditation. But if we are living a double life, that is, we are one way with the boys, and we're a different way with the girls, and we're a different way with the guy down the street, if we're not a unified person, if we're double half-stepping and living a double life, then we cannot sit in meditation. So meditation also has three, that's samadhi, or the mental discipline or the meditation stream. That's right effort. We have to meditate intentionally. We go to a place at a certain time, dressed in a certain way so that we can participate. Right mindfulness, we pay attention to what's happening. And right concentration. And if we are doing that, then we're going to be okay. And if we're not, then we're going to suffer. And our meditation will lead us to further insight, which is wisdom, and the cycle repeats itself. Now to deeds. We must avoid craving, clinging, or clamoring. That's attachment. We don't know what good orderly direction, or grace over drama, or great universal spirit, Uncle Gus. We don't know what they have in store for us. Our only job is to stitch where that higher power shines its light. It has a wee pen light, and it just shines right on the spot where we are supposed to draw one stitch. And so our job is to sew. And as long as we put the next stitch right where the light is shining, things go pretty well. But the minute we outrun that light and start worrying about what happens next, we get into trouble. What if this happens? What if that other thing doesn't work? What will people think? This is always a mistake because we're off in the future, which doesn't exist. And we don't know God's pattern. Maybe we're sewing a pair of fancy pants. Could be a real cute little drindle dress. Or it could be a great big circus tent for all we know. We have no idea what the pattern is. And we don't have to. We're responsible for the work. God is responsible for the outcome. And this is a division of labor, pure and simple. To end our suffering, we must stop craving, clinging to, and clamoring for things. Now, there are many things that we want, and it costs money or time, or we got to get other people to cooperate. We got to go out and get it. And opposed to that are things that we can cultivate that require nobody else's permission. Nobody has to approve of it. We just do it within ourselves. And here are some examples. Tanha, or insatiable hunger, can be for physical things like money, power, control, sex, like that. It can be for emotional things like love, attention, contentment, nirvana, salvation, striving to get these things. Unfortunately, whatever we crave will lead us to suffering. There's a better way. Our desires are an itch that we cannot scratch. It's never enough. Whatever we get, it won't be enough. This applies to all facets of our life. On the other hand, there are some things that we and we alone can cultivate within ourselves. For example, we can be trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Doesn't cost anybody else. It's just us. We can practice forgiveness and charity. Charity is not giving alms to the poor. Charity means giving other people the benefit of the doubt. If we cultivate these skillful actions, kusala, we become more skillful at them. And that's why we should cultivate them. Now, this reminds me of Dhammapada 253, which reads, if one focuses on others' faults and constantly takes offense, one's own toxins flourish and one is far from their destruction. So we are advised to let go of resentful thoughts. So how do we do this? While we are meditating, we observe the mind, we might look at those thoughts as they arise, and we might see, oh, this is the mind thinking of an outcome that makes me look good, bad, ridiculous. Let it go. The mind is inciting me to find fault in my family, my workplace, my community, my nation. Look at it and let it go. Mindfulness that we acquire in meditation can lead us to spiritual insight into our intentions, our actions on our side of the street. But it doesn't give us license to psychoanalyze or to diagnose the people that we meet in our life. We just take care of our side of the street. So this weekend, as you go back and look at what happened during the week, if you need to make amends, please make them living amends so you don't have to go back and do it again. Take a look at these things, and if this weekend you feel restless, irritable, or discontent, take a breath, excuse yourself, step into the next room, Close the door. Put your headphones on. Close your eyes. Imagine a ball of white light 3 centimeters below your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Thank you very much, and keep an eye. It'll probably not be until tomorrow. They take some time to upload the vocabulary used. And as I mentioned before, they don't do very well on translating foreign languages. So Pali and Sanskrit and Thai and Japanese, not so good. But it'll be done eventually, and it'll be there tomorrow, I'm sure. So thank you for coming. And if there's anything we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to send us a note. And we will see you on Monday. Monday we meet at 8:45 in the morning, and that will be for the beginning of the week meditation. So thank you for coming, and namaste. Thanks, buddy.